We're gonna get a mud, huh? Boys on my squad. Come on up the line, come on up the line, come right here. Say, Mike, come right here.
Welcome to the, I don't know which installment of the Eye and Electricity like series this is, but we've done a lot, or like maybe around 10. And today we've got Aiki. How are you, Aiki?
Good, I'm good. Chilling.
Sweet. How has quarantine been treating you? Are you still doing everything as normal, or it's like really affected your progress?
Everything's normal, man. I'm in lockdown all the time, man.
Yeah.
Lockdown all the time. That's how it is normal to me. The only thing is, videos. I'm trying to get music videos sorted out, but
Yeah.
I'll get that.
So I know you've been rapping for like a long time, since you were like 12, 13. But when did you start like finding your style on that?
Finding my style. I don't know if I got a style yet. That's the mad thing. I don't know if I actually found it yet. Like,
even in terms of production, because you like produce all your own stuff.
okay, in terms of production, yeah, I got my style. I got my style when I was like 16. I was making beats in college, and that's when I got my style, beats wise. But the actual vocals, I don't know. I do a lot. My style is a lot. That's my style. That's my style.
So in terms of like, you being a recording artist and your vocals, you do like rapping with your verses, of course, and then like you also sing your own hooks sometimes. Is there any preference in rapping or singing with you, or it's just like both?
I don't like singing, but I like how it sounds. I love how it sounds, though.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the actual sing, but the way it sounds, I love. I like rapping more than singing.
Yeah.
I like rapping more than singing, but I like the way singing sounds on a song. Like when you get the right melody on a song, it's just mad. I like that. But I do prefer rapping, I can't lie.
In terms of like working in a studio environment, do you prefer like going out somewhere to pay an hourly rate, or you're more like a home studio?
Home studio, man.
Yeah, I see.
Home studio. I don't have recording nowhere else but my house. Home studio all the way. There's no place like home.
How long did it like take you to build your home studio, and like how much has it costed you as well?
It's been a process over like 4 years. I remember I started when I was 17. The first thing I bought was my laptop. It was like a little HP. I bought a little HP laptop, and then I downloaded some software to record. And then I got a mic afterwards. So I had a laptop and a mic. I think once I turned 18, I started working and saving up for like speakers. But I got a MacBook, keyboards, all of that stuff. And then it's still building to this day. Like I've got all the hardware, but I'm still building on software to this day. So it has taken a long time. And in terms of price, it's not that expensive. Most of the stuff I just stole from college, I can't lie to you. Because I went to, I can't lie, bro. I cannot lie.
I hope no one at your college is listening to this right now.
I hope so. I hope so too. But it is what it is. I remember I was 16, I was thinking, yo, I need a studio. But then I'm looking at the gear online, I'm thinking, bro, £200 for that. And you know, you see something like, for that tiny thing, £200. And they got it here, like 50 of them in college. I was like, come with me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was only little things though, like not like a laptop. I bought my laptop, I bought my speakers, I bought my headphones, I bought my mic. Just like little interfaces and stuff like that. Anything that was small enough to go in the bag, it went in the bag still. Just like that. Yeah, that's it. Straight.
So, in terms of like being in the studio, your home studio, as you prefer to work in, what's kind of like your process in making a song? Because of course you produce, you rap, you audio engineer your own tracks as well.
So the process, there's two separate ones. Either I'm making a beat or I found a beat online. The first one, if I'm making a beat, obviously finish making the beat and start recording. If I'm not making a beat, put the beat into Logic, wherever I get it from, put it into there and start recording. But then I play the beat, and then what I do is just press record, and I go on the mic, and I start like mumbling, like different melodies, like I'm like, and in tune with the beat to see how I want the song to sound. No lyrics, just bare noises until I get the right one. And then when I get the right one, it clicks. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I put words into it. Melody first, then the words, record it. And then, yeah, recently I've been doing a lot of freestyles. If it's like a proper, like deep song, then I'll write it down. But like if it's a quick like banger, I'll just freestyle it. And then, yeah, engineer it, 30, 40 minutes, song done.
Nice. Is your process like the same when you're collaborating with people, or it differs a bit?
When it comes to collaborations, I haven't really done many, to be honest, but
yeah,
most times it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, I don't change much. I just do my same thing every time because it works, innit? I don't change if it works.
no. So like, I'm not sure if you remember like one of our first times meeting, but it was when I had a party, and I think your friend Suzanne like had you as a +1, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that like you're mentioning you're a rapper and that. So like, I'm just curious to ask you like how it is going about the world and saying you're a rapper. Like, how do people react to that? Because you've been doing it for such a long time. That's like an integral part of your personality.
I don't like telling people I'm a rapper.
Oh, really?
I don't like telling people I'm a rapper because it's just like, especially girls. I don't like telling girls I'm a rapper because when they hear a rapper, like, it's just like, it's got a stigma attached to it. Like, there's so many things that just come up as a rapper. Yeah. And the worst part is there's so many rappers these days. So people just think, as soon as you say rapper, oh yeah, just another one, innit? Like, yeah, I don't like telling people I'm a rapper. If people ask, then I'll tell them, but I don't like to introduce myself like, yo, my name's Aiki. I rap. I don't be that. If you ask me, then yeah, but I don't like telling it. If you hear my music,
that's something you used to do more so, and then you've kind of like grown out of it, or
yeah. At first, obviously, when I started rapping, I was gassed. I was like, yo, guys, I'm a rapper. Like, what are you saying? I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. Not anymore, boy. I can't. Not anymore. Not anymore. If you find out, you find out. If you ask, I'll tell you. But I won't just be like, yeah, I rap, by the way.
And in terms of like performances, of course you performed with Christie like a good few times, but like how do you go about shows? Like, is it something that you stress about, or it's becoming more natural? And like, can you tell us about some of your first show experiences and how they were?
Shows, I love performances. I do love performances. Usually, it's weird though, because like on the day of the performance, like all before up to the day, I'll be gas. On the day, I'd be a tiny bit nervous. I'm not sure how to explain it, but like, I'm not like fully nervous, just like, I don't know why, but just nervous. But then when I get on the stage, it's like, switch. Like, forgets all nervousness and then just like autopilot, basically. I don't know how to explain it, it's just my thought. But yeah, leading up to the show, obviously get the songs I want to perform.
How do you choose the songs that you want to perform?
How do I choose? I think I just choose my most known ones, like the most well-known ones. I go with the ones that are most well-known because then obviously more people know them. I might add in a low-key one, so obviously that get one that I really believe in that didn't get the recognition I think it deserved. I might put that on the track list as well, obviously just so people can hear it. But yeah, I'll rehearse the songs in my bedroom, whatever, like the performance in my bedroom, make sure I know all the bars, because where I make so many songs, sometimes when I listen back to my old stuff, I find that I've forgotten the lyrics. It's mad, but I've forgotten the lyrics. It's like, it's crazy, because that's probably like 40 songs ago or 50 songs ago. So I forget some lyrics, so I always make sure I rehearse and I know the bars back to back off my head, then calm. Once that's sorted, buy the drip for the performance, man. Drip is super important. Drip is super important. And then drip, alcohol, what I'm drinking at night, and that's it. Yeah, touch the stage.
Magnum?
Magnum sometimes. It depends, bro. If it's like I don't know, it depends on the day. One day it might be Magnum, next day it might be Hennessy, it might be Jack Daniels. It depends on the day, so it depends.
Okay. Dark liquor.
It all depends, man. It all depends. I love Jack Daniels though, and Magnum, but it depends still.
So that's kind of like your process nowadays when you're like leading up to performing. But like your first few events, like, well, what were they like? Like, do you remember your first performance?
My first performance. I do remember my first performance. It was at someone had a birthday party and they invited me to perform. I was bare nervous for the first one. I was like, right, what if people don't like it? What if people don't feel me? Like, what if like, because I seen some videos and people get booed off stage sometimes. I was like, raw, what if I get booed off stage? And that's all mad. I'll go mad if they boo me off stage. But I was thinking, I remember I took the train. I was so nervous. I was just thinking. But then even from the first performance, when I touched the stage, it was just a switch. I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like, and people loved it.
How did the crowd react?
Huh?
How did the crowd react?
It was screaming, bro. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on? Like, what have you not been drinking? Like, why are you not making so much noise for my songs? But they were actually feeling the songs. They must have been feeling the songs. I was like, all right, cool. Say no more. I kept it going, innit? It was lit, though. It was lit. Natural.
Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, you released like 40, 50 songs. So yeah, you're very like prolific. Do you sometimes feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't release this? Do you have a lot of unreleased songs? Or do you just, as soon as something's finished, you want it to be out?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm slowing down at the moment. Like, you're not going to hear a new song from me for a while still. Because like you said, I think it's like 45. Across all platforms, I've got like 45, 44 songs. That's enough. And people haven't heard, until people hear every single one, then yeah, I'll start thinking about new ones. But yeah, most of the time when I record a song, I'm like, this needs to come out now. But I'm gonna chill out with that still. So yeah, no new songs for a while still. If you want to hear some songs from me, I've got 40 plus. So you find them still.
So as you mentioned just now, and on your story, you're not releasing like any songs for a while. Like, would this mean that if people were begging you for you to drop a new song, you still would be against it? Like people like me and you, Aiki? Or was this more like a strategy so people would go and revisit every song you already
Do you know what, yeah? If someone comes up to me and begs me for a new song, I'll consider on one condition. One condition is you have to recite every single one of my songs to me. But
do you have like a favorite between your projects, or you just like them for different things? Because we're almost like your babies in there. Like it's hard picking a favorite.
My kids. You know what? Nah, I don't have a favorite still. I love them each. Like, it's literally just like my kids. I can't pick. I love them each for what they bring. Like, I like this one because you're funny. I like this one because you're so loving. I like this one because you're that. Like, with all the mixtapes, I like this one because it reminds me of where I was at that time.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to mixtapes, it's not just a mixtape.
So everything of yours that you released on YouTube is uploaded through like 730 Sound, right? So like, could you tell us a bit about what you're trying to do with 730 Sound? Is that like your label?
730 Sound is my label. I'm not too focused on it at the moment. It's just like more like a imprint kind of thing.
Yeah.
But eventually, yeah, I've got.
So of course, you're like, as a Southampton rapper, you're quite involved in the Southampton scene. And what are like some things you like about the scene here, and what are some things that like you may not like as much
About the Southampton scene? I like the Southampton scene. I like it because it's diverse. Like so many people make so many different music. Like so many different kinds of songs. I like that. What I don't like. I wish artists in Southampton would like come together more often. Yeah. Like there's so many dope artists that I think, wow, you can make a sick song with them, or she can make a sick song with her. But like there's no, well, as far as I see, there's no proper coming together. So I think that could be worked on, and that would be lit if like a lot more art. I'm not saying everyone should just make a massive song together.
Yeah.
You sound good with them, do a song with them. But I don't see that happening. People just stick to themselves, really. That's what I see a lot. People just be sticking to themselves.
Yeah. So like earlier in your career, or even now, who are like some music influences that like heavily helped shape what you wanted to be? Like, of course, your sound's original and everything, but is there any like people that you heard at some point which you like really inspired you? Maybe you don't even sound like them, but you just feel got dope or whatever.
My top, I've got two artists that I'll never forget the impacts on my life. First one is Michael Jackson. I remember I was obsessed with Michael Jackson, bro. Like, I nearly broke my legs trying to practice the moonwalk when I was young, fam. Bear down, bro. I love Michael Jackson. And then the second one was Lil Wayne. I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. Anyone that knew me in year 7 in school will tell you I used to put, when I finished eating my sandwich, I put the foil on my teeth to look like Lil Wayne, fam. Every day. And I remember I had my little hair like this. Obviously, this isn't normal, but it's lockdown settings. And I have a little bit more on my head in year 7. And I put shoelaces all over them. So they'll be like, I'm Lil Wayne. I got my dreads, fam. It was mad. I love Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and Michael Jackson, bro. And like you said, I don't sound like them really. Like, I don't go for their sound. But I think it's more what they've done. Like, that makes me love them. Like, raw, Michael Jackson's the biggest musician of all time. Lil Wayne, like, back in the days, like 2013, 2012, there was no one that didn't know Lil Wayne. Like, he was a legend. And every song he made was mad. Like, right, he's done another one, he's done another one, he's done
all
another
his
one.
features as well.
Huh?
All his features as well. Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne doesn't miss, fam. That's what I was noticing. He does not miss. Like, I was thinking, this guy's lit. I'll never forget how I felt when he dropped. There's a song by Lil Wayne and Rick Ross called John. I know the words to this day. It came out in 2012, and I know the lyrics to this day. Like, that song is mad. I'm obsessed with Lil Wayne. I can't lie. Shout out Lil Wayne.
How about in terms of your production? Is there any like producers or producer artists where like you really take inspiration from?
Production-wise, I take a lot of inspiration from drill. I love drill beats. I'm obsessed with drill beats. Like, I can listen to
drill or Chicago?
Nah, UK drill. Nah, not Chicago drill. Not Chicago drill. I listen to Chicago drill music, but in terms of when I want to get inspiration from a beat, I'll just listen to 20 drill songs. And like, I just love drill because it's just hard, man. The way the kick, the way everything just knocks. Like, I take my inspiration from there. But then my beats are, if you listen to my beats closely on my Northbound EP and Hell Donovan, you'll notice that, as I've just said, drill, they don't sound like drill beats. But that's because I've taken the hard parts from drill. Like, I've taken the fact that it's a hard knocking beat from drill. And then I've taken from another style of beat, which is like, no one expects this from me, but I listen to a lot of Lana Del Rey. I love Lana. I love Lana. Like, don't even stop. Let's not go there. Love Lana Del Rey. Yeah. And beats, like, they're so like smooth. So I'll take some from Lana Del Rey's beats. And then another person I love at the moment is Future. Like, I love not right now so much. 2012, between 2012 and 2015.
Yeah, he was on a run.
Untouchable. And his beats as well, untouchable. I think it's Southside that made the most of Future's beats back then. So I take what I like from there as well. And then that all gets stirred up and it gets turned into an Aiki beat. And that's where I get my inspiration for beats from. It's all different sources. It's not just one person.
Nice. So like, in terms of production, when you're making a beat, it's like Chef Aiki bringing in all these like different influences and that.
Yeah. And at this point, it's not like it's not like a thought process no more. It's just like, I know what sounds good to me. If it sounds good, keep it like that.
Nice. So in terms of rapping and producing, like, which one did you take to quicker? Like, did they both come naturally, or they both like took a lot of time to practice, hone down your skills?
Rapping was easy for me. I never had to practice rapping. I just remember when I was 11, just like writing bars every day. It was actually really easy. I was surprised how easy it was. I remember everyone used to be like, because I used to write in the back of my school books.
Yeah.
And everyone who's sitting next to me in the lesson would be like, "Bro, what are you writing?" And I'll be spitting the bars. Like, "Bro, you're mad, you're hard." Every separate lesson, like, it was hard. So that was easy for me. Like, that wasn't a big deal for me. Producing, my style was easy. Again, it wasn't like a thing I had to revise or whatever. But now where I'm trying to make more specific style beats, like when I want to branch out, I'm going to have to learn how to do those particular types of beats. Like right now, I'm practicing how to make trap beats or drill beats. where my beats are very specific and unique to me. I want to know how to make other beats that other people like. Because right now, all I make at the moment is what I like. And that's all right. People like it. But I just want to be able to know how to make other kinds of beats as well. So they both come naturally, but I'm having to work more on the production side just out of preference.
Yes, as you're not releasing songs for a while, you can kind of focus on the production.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of beats right now.
Nice, nice. Are you looking to sell them, or is just more work of people like free for profit, or just even just practice, like you mentioned?
It's for vibes, really.
Vibes,
For
yeah.
vibes and practice. I like making beats. Like when I make a hard beat, I'm like, yeah, this is hard. If it turns out to be a song, it turns out to be a song.
Yeah.
I don't make a beat like, yeah, I need to make a song. If the beat's hard and I want to make a song out of it, I make a song out of it. A lot of the beats that I make, I haven't made songs out of them. But I guess I reckon if I sat down, then yeah, I'll make a song out of them. But yeah, it's just vibes and for practice.
Nice, nice. So you mentioned you have like a unique production style, and you're kind of like trying to figure out how to do other production styles. But how would you describe your own style to someone who's like never heard an Aiki beat before?
My own style is like a multi-biracial child. Because like I was describing it earlier, where I take so many different aspects. Like you have to see it like this. When I was young, I listened to so much music.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, T-Pain, Lil Wayne. Growing up, I've started to listen to what's her name? Lana Del Rey. My sister listened to a lot of R&B when I was younger, so I was listening to Mario. There was another guy, I think it's like a Spanish guy. I can't remember his name right now. But all these things have gone into my subconscious. So now that I'm making songs myself, they've all come back to the forefront. So my beats have parts of R. Kelly's music in there, parts of Lil Wayne in there, parts of Rick Ross in there, parts of Michael Jackson in there. You know, parts of Britney Spears as well. I used to love listening to Britney Spears. Like, I love Britney Spears. There's so many people that they don't get enough recognition in hip hop, but I love them. Britney Spears, legend. So if you want to describe my kind of beats, I always say to people, I can't really describe it. You have to listen to it. And then you tell me, because I don't know what to say.
Nice, nice. Speaking of like all the artists you're influenced by, and speaking of hip hop in general, what would you describe your music like? Rap, R&B, pop, genreless?
My music is just Aiki.
Aiki, yeah.
It's just it. That's just it. And then you'll know what that means when you listen. I don't know how to explain that one.
Nice. And being from Nigeria originally, right? Do you ever like look into making Afrobeats music, so whether it be vocally or production, or something that you appreciate but don't want to do yourself?
I don't like Afrobeats, bro.
You don't like Afrobeats? Don't let Nigerian people hear that, man. Don't let Nigerian people hear that.
Fam, but I know when every time I say that shit, they start giving me headache. But fam, I don't like Afrobeats, bro. The only song I like is "Yay" by Burna Boy. That's it. That's it. Yeah. I can listen to that all day, calm. Other than that, I don't know. There's just something about it. Like I've never ever liked it. I like back in the day, my mom used to play traditional Nigerian music. Calm.
Like Fela Kuti.
Yeah, Fela Kuti.
I see. I hear what you mean.
Samuel Apostle, like all these classic Nigerian people. Yeah, I love that. My dad used to play a lot of Fela Kuti, so I used to love that. But now, where there's the modern day kind of style, I don't like any of it. I can't lie to you. Burna Boy, that's it. Burna Boy, yeah, that's it. Not even his songs, just yeah, that's all I like.
Okay, fair enough. I hear you. So you mentioned earlier some like artists and producers that you're inspired by. Is there any artist producers that you dream of collaborating with on a song or like going on tour with?
My dream collaborations, producer-wise, Metro Boomin. I need to know Metro Boomin. Like I've listened to The Weeknd's album and Metro Boomin's beats on there. Well, you should see me when I hear that stuff. Like I lose my mind, bro. I swear I lose my mind. Like Metro Boomin beats crazy. Other producers, I like 169 at the moment from the UK.
Your producer?
169.
Your producer?
He does drill. He did 1800 by Heady One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like his beats. UK. That's it for UK. I find that in UK, a lot of people do similar beats. So I like people like 169 because when I listen to his beats, like, he's very different.
Mm.
Like, he's versatile, basically. So I like 169. Artist dream collaboration would be. I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really dream of doing music with other like musicians.
Okay.
I don't actually, unless it's Michael Jackson, but he's dead.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. Other than Michael Jackson, I don't really know. I don't
Fair
know
enough.
anyone.
So your process of doing stuff, like, it's very DIY. You do all yourself in it. So
Mhm.
what's the benefits of that, and what makes it harder? Like
The
in terms
benefits.
of even you making your own album covers, like on Photoshop and stuff, and you do everything musically yourself. Sometimes other people's beats. And like, what makes it harder, and like, what's the benefits of that?
The hardest part about doing all the stuff yourself is obviously I've got to learn how to do it myself. Like,
Yeah.
it's long. I lose so much time learning how to do something where I
Mm.
could have been making so many new songs. Like, in the time that I've spent editing music videos, like lyric videos for my songs,
Mm.
I could have done like so many other songs, like fresh songs. In the times that I've spent engineering my own songs, I could have written so many new songs. Same thing with album covers. I made every single cover for my songs that I've got out there. So that's 40 plus covers. In the time that it takes to make these covers on Photoshop and learning how to do it, I could have made so many songs. So that's the downside. I really don't like photoshopping and
Yeah.
using Adobe Premiere. I just want to do the music. But obviously,
Yeah.
I like the fact that I can do it myself, so I don't have to wait on anyone.
Mm.
So yeah, that goes on to the good sides. The good side is I don't have to wait for anyone to do anything. Like, I can just do it myself. If I want to record a song, I've got a studio here. If I want to do a cover, figure it out on Photoshop. If I want to do a video editing, figure it out on Premiere Pro. Also, it just gives you skills in it. So I know,
Yeah.
like, if I go to a different studio for whatever reason, I
Mm.
know how to explain to the engineer, like, yo, do you put that frequency up there, or
Yeah.
put that to however many hertz, or turn the compression down a little bit. I know
Like
all these things.
reference points.
Yeah, I know all these things now. Like, if someone's designing something for me for Photoshop, I'll be like, yeah, do like that, put some Gaussian blur on there, or you know what I'm saying? Like, different things I never knew before, but now I know. I'm like, yeah, I know how to do that. Okay, I see what you're doing. I know what you do. Instead of being like oblivious. That's the good side about it.
Nice, nice. So you think that's something you're gonna like carry on doing, or you might stray away from?
If I get people around me that can do it, like it's my team,
Mm.
then I'll stop. That's the goal. I don't want to keep doing this shit myself. Like I said,
Yeah.
I hate all the extracurricular. I just want to do the music. Ideally, I'd have people that could help me do these things, like, easily accessible. The other good thing about doing all the stuff myself is I can do it straight away. Like, if I
Yeah.
want to do it right now after this, I can cut the call and do the song straight away instead of calling someone, oh yeah, you got studio free today.
Yeah.
That's backtracking on the fact that I can do whatever I want when I want. But if I could have someone that could give me those services as quickly as I can do it myself, then yeah. But at the moment, I haven't found anyone that can do it as quickly as I can do it myself. So I'd love to find someone like that can do all these separate things.
Mm.
But they're not about right now. Or at least I'm not seeing them.
Yeah.
So if I see them, then don't get twisted. I'll definitely take them on. Like, I don't want to be doing this stuff myself.
Nice,
It's
nice.
just a matter of finding some people in it.
Speaking of like finding people and a team around you to help you with your craft, you like been a completely independent artist for so far? Would you like consider signing to a label, or it
Yeah,
depends? Mm.
I would. Yeah, definitely. If a label called me today, I would be like, nah, I'm not signing. Nah. Anyone that says they're like, oh yeah, I'm not signing, bro, it's a lie. Can't lie to you. It's a lie. If they called you right now and said, yo, listen, I love your music. We're gonna give you £100, £1,000 advance. What? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm just gonna, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. Like, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm gonna go independent. I've been independent for ages, man. Why not?
Yeah.
Why would I not sign? It makes sense. If the deal makes sense, then I'll do it. If it don't make sense, I'm like, nah, you lot are taking the piss. But if it makes sense, then yeah, why not?
Straight, straight. So, like, what are kind of the perils of being an independent artist? I guess, like, you don't really get to focus all your time to music.
Yeah, the only thing about independence is you have to be independent. Like,
Yeah.
that's, you have to be independent. Yeah, you have to do everything, and it's so stressful. It's so stressful. Like I said, all the time that I spend doing all the extra shit, I could spend it doing what I actually like, which is making the songs. I envy people that all they have to do is just get on the microphone and rap, and then they sit down. But whereas I have to get on the microphone and rap, get behind the computer, engineer it, get behind the computer, Photoshop me the cover, get behind the computer, do the video. If I could cut all of that out and just be the person that raps, I'd be so happy. So yeah, the thing about independence is you just gotta be independent all the time. It's good sometimes, but when you have to do it all the time and you have no choice but to do it yourself, it's stress, man.
So, Aiki, you've told us a lot about your music and like your process and everything, but I'm kind of interested to hear about what you do when you're not making music. Like, what are your hobbies outside of music, or is music your life?
I don't have no hobbies, I can't lie.
No hobbies.
No hobbies. I can't play sport. I'm useless when it comes to sport. I'm useless when it comes to other talents. The only thing I can do is music. Just music, that's it. If I'm not making music, I'm listening to music. If I'm not listening to music, I'm thinking about making a song. I make songs all the time. If I'm not making a song, I'm making a beat. It's all music, basically.
So, if we were to make like a pie chart for Aiki's like interest, it would just be music 100%, the whole chart.
Interests?
Mm.
Obviously, I've got lots of different interests. My interests, I used to have like a massive interest in fashion.
Yeah.
It's going down a little bit because I don't know, I'm not really interested anymore. But I've still got like, I do like fashion, but not as much as I did when I was younger. Other interests would be, boy, can't lie to you, yeah, it's straight up music, man. I swear, if I'm not making music, I'm thinking about it. If I'm not thinking about it, I'm reading about it. Music. That's it. That's all I care about, really. I can't lie.
Nice, nice. So, like, to end this interview, like, we'd like you to give you the opportunity to like shout anyone out that's like helped in your career. Any artists we should check out, like upcoming, established, anything.
First person I shout out is Dark Matter Beats, my guy
Yeah.
from Time, like one of the best producer that I've met personally. Other producers that I rate highly. What you say?
How did you meet Dark Matter?
I met him through one of my other guys, T Mills. Me and T Mills was working together when I was like 18, 19. I forgot how old he was. But then we found out that we both do music. And he's like, yeah, I've got a friend who makes beats. I was like, oh, right, swear down. So he linked us. So I met Dark Matter Beats through T Mills. And yeah, we've been tight ever since. So I thought with Dark Matter Beats heavy.
Nice.
And then another producer that I rate highly, See the producer. Sick producer, like he's hard. He made the beat for Damsel. Super hard producer, like I love his beats. Artist wise, I think you need to look out for, there's two guys, it's EM and Ollie. EM and Ollie from Southampton. Yeah, there's some cold guys, some young guys, but they're talented. Yeah.
How do you know EM and Ollie? Are they people you've like engineered the tracks, worked with?
Yeah. I work with them in studio. They're super talented, like they're very talented. I can't wait for them to drop. I'm always asking them like when they come here, when you drop them. It's a soon thing, I guess. We'll see when they drop, but trust me, the songs are hard. Tons of people that helped me build my career. I got to shout out my brother. He's always giving me like advice, always speaking about music to me. So I rate him for that. Yeah. And obviously everyone that supports the music, like everyone that streams songs, shares it on their stories, has it to their playlist. Obviously, I've got the most love for people that support me and my music. Like I love when people show me love. So shout out everyone that's supporting. I love that.
Nice. And as we touched on previously, you've got like an extensive catalog with almost like 50 songs. Which like few tracks 3, 5, however many you want to say, to people listen to get like a taste of what Aiki represents and what like you bring to the table?
If you want to know Aiki, listen to Damsel. 1. You need to listen to Northbound Freestyle. I listened to that the other day. I was like, raw. People need to hear this.
You barred it up on that.
Wow. I was like, people need to hear this shit. I'm like, what? I was like, whoa, okay. Like, that's one of the songs that I forgot I made. But from time to time, I'll go through my discography and I'll listen. I'm like, oh shit, wow, I'm spitting like that. Okay. But then I'll see that it doesn't have the views or the streams that I thought it should have. So I think people should listen to Northbound Freestyle too. And the last one I'll say is Forever in La Jolla. That's only on SoundCloud though. You won't find that on Spotify and iTunes because it's a remix. So I just put on SoundCloud Forever in La Jolla.
Sorry, but Aiki, I thought I'd listened to all of your songs, but I need to check that out. Because I was literally on
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Everyone be like, drop these songs. You ain't even heard all the old ones. I've got bare songs, you know. Fam, if you think you heard it all, go on SoundCloud. That's a whole other world. Go on Aiki sound, type in Aiki on SoundCloud. You see my face there. Scroll down. Find a song called Forever in La Jolla.
And we just
What you say?
We just need to shout out like the pronunciation of your name and the meaning behind it.
It's Aiki. Aiki. Like your eye, then a key for a door. It's not Aki. It's not Aiki. It's not Aki. I've heard everything. It's Aiki. That's those 2 syllables. Aiki. Meaning why? What you say?
How come you came to spell it I-I-K-I?
I just like it. I just like the way it's spelled. It's unique. It's different. I came out with it when I was 13 or 14. I just liked how it looked. I liked how it looked. I liked how it sounded. I guess I was the only person that thought it would sound like that because everyone else pronounces it 100 different ways, but it's Aiki still.
Nice. Yo, like, thank you for joining us, Aiki. It's been catching up with you. We can't wait until lockdown's over. So to have you on the stage with you. Like, that first performance back's gonna go crazy.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Can't wait, fam.
Studio when I go wild. I ain't no stopping, I'm banging, I'm popping, and still I ain't giving no fuck. I know I'm doing enough. I can hear